Hey guys, thank you for joining me today on Godspot. I want to talk to you about treating people as people, not resources. In John chapter 11, we have a very familiar story. It's the story of the death and the resurrection of Lazarus and how Jesus responded to this. Listen to these words. When the Jews who were left in her house, consoling her, saw Mary rise quickly and go out, they followed her, supposing that she was going to the tomb to weep there. Now, when Mary came to where Jesus was and saw him, she fell at his feet, saying, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come with her also weeping, he was deeply moved in his spirit and greatly troubled. And he said, where have you laid him? They said to him, Lord, come and see. And then it says these powerful words, Jesus wept. If there's ever a leader that saw people for who they were as people, Jesus did this. He never looked at people as resources, someone to use, someone to manipulate. He just saw people as they were, as people. And in this incident, that's exactly what's happening. Now, most people, when they use the word resources when referring to people, especially in the business world or even in the ministry world, they're not really doing it with a bad intention. But they don't understand there are a lot of unintended consequences that come out of that word when you describe people as resources. And I understand, yes, you might be thinking of the bigger picture, but you know what? It's a dangerous place to be because you won't connect with people and you won't be able to rally people for your vision, and they won't be for you if you're not able to connect with them. So what do we mean by resource? We can understand this word. A resource is an asset, like a computer or a screwdriver. Resources are interchangeable. Resources do not have feelings, hopes, dreams, and ambitions, whereas people do. And the unintended consequences of describing people as a resource is they don't feel they don't matter, they're dehumanized, people feel like they're disposable. I mean, all the communication breaks down or is non-existent. And there's a real lack of empathy in decision making. And it sends a message to people that their dreams and ambitions are not valued by you, whether it be in your ministry or just simply in your leadership. And the result is that people feel disconnected. And when they're disconnected, they're not going to give their best. And eventually they will leave, and not in a happy way. So how do we change this behavior? Well, you need to have a people-first approach in your leadership. In other words, you're seeking to make the world more human. And this mindset recognizes that each person is necessary for the organization's success, and that everyone and their contribution is valued to the vision and the goals of that company. And it means connecting with people, building trust and respect, and creating a culture of inclusivity. And this is important in ministry, and it's important in the business world. So how do we do that? Here's a few tips I think will really help you when it comes to making sure that you treat people as people, not resources. Firstly, talk about the need for change and why it's important with your team members. Then you need to model the behavior. Thirdly, think about your language. Instead of allocating resources, talk about allocating people to projects. Makes all the difference. Create a safe place for people where they can be seen and heard, where you can talk to them. Be visible, even as a leader. Say hello to people. I'm a big believer in this. I move around offices all day long. I do my work, and once my work is done, I will spend time just talking to people and showing some interest in their lives and their families and what they're doing and what they've been up to. Don't think about managing things. Managing things is not good. You need to lead people. That's true leadership. It's about people. Use names. Don't use titles. Even when they're not in the room, talk to them. Talk about them by name, and always make sure it's a positive word. Celebrate team success. Thank people for their work. You know, I know we pay people all day long to give their time to work here, but I thank them for coming because they turned up and they give such a contribution to the organization. I value them. I hope you do too. So these are really, really important. If you're going to succeed in leadership, you need to see people as people. Don't view them as resources. I hope this helps you today. Hit the like button and share it with someone else. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.